Okay, friends, we're going to talk about community values and rules. And because I'm somewhat a noob in this platform, I don't exactly know how you can find it. So I'm going to show you how I find it. So if I go to the settings and then I scroll down to categories and rules, I can see all the categories we've made in this channel. You don't have this menu. But then there's rules. So I'm just going to read these and we're going to talk about rules of engagement in our community. That way we could all, love and respect each other and things like that. So the first of which is dignity restoring conversations. So I think, especially as engineers, it's very easy for us to be a little bit critical of one another. It's just natural. We always are in the constructive. Well, constructive is normally you break things apart before you figure out how to build them back together. And the reality is, within our careers, a lot of us have been burned at different seasons of life. So I want to make sure that every discussion is rooted in compassion, empathy, and honesty, looking to build one another up. Some people aren't necessarily looking for constructive feedback instantly on anything that's shared. And I'm inviting you all as engineers, which are typically stereotyped as thinkers, to be feelers as well in this community, because I'm a deep feeler. So if for some reason you post something or comment something and I take it down, I will try to provide feedback that, hey, I don't really feel like this comment was restoring the dignity of this person who was sharing a struggle they're having within the workplace, for instance. Okay, number 2, intense intellectual curiosity. So this is a big thing for me as an engineer. I've done TED Talks on this topic, that we really need to always be curious with how we approach any learning space, not only the courses, but also interactions with one another, because that's where the meat of learning happens. It's not necessarily with a course I curate for you, but it's how you all interact together within discussions posts around that course, which is kind of the prompter for thought. So no one in this community has all the answers, myself included. And we have to recognize our own internal biases, the way that we've been socialized. For instance, the way I've been socialized as a Japanese white male in America. There are certain things I don't naturally see. There are certain defaults I have towards time management that are very Western as opposed to African time management or things like that. So we want to make sure that we recognize we have internal biases, and we want to intentionally craft an openness to alternative perspectives within this community. So like, you got 2 ears and one mouth, right? So try to speak half as much as you listen in the community. And I think you'll feel yourself grow. This is why I think the How to Say Goodbye series is going to be massive for some of you, because many of you have been in a job way too long and you've just never had someone within that socialized context of keep working hard, keep checking these boxes to get to the next within that job, within that employer, that there's going to be something where if you have an intellectual curiosity to how I share my journey and the power I've experienced in an exit, you'll be like, huh, those are the kinds of moments we want to create within this community. Huh. All right. Number 3, community is greater than self. So a lot of you are coming here because you're hoping to secure your next best opportunity, right? Find your next. And a lot of my content is personalized because I want to make sure people get the results they desire as they enter this space. But wouldn't it be great if, instead of focusing on ourselves, we were trying to empower the community to find their next too? So we want to be helping others far more than we're trying to help ourselves. And in that process, people will naturally come alongside you in your journey. So if the community tends towards altruism versus being selfish, I think it'll be a better place for everyone. So wait, these are the 3 rules. Again, I have no idea how you could see them. I could pin it as a post, but I think that would get in the way. Like, every time you come to the main page, you could see a pinned post of our rules, but we're adults here. So I think I'll naturally bring it up during live streams, in content sporadically, if any of you forget that. But I want that to be kind of the norm. So again, we want to have dignity restoring conversations. Let me pull it up because we're visual. Dignity restoring conversations, intense intellectual curiosity, and valuing the community over self. And if this guides the way we interact with one another, we should have a really cool time here. So go ahead, get that little dopamine hit in the classroom. Where are we? Level 1, dead brain, community values and rules. Well done, friends. See you on the next one.